Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and yeah, I'm feeling a little jumpy today. I had to take me some coffee. So, I don't really know why I've been so tired. Like, well, I do know why. I got these damn dogs, and my puppy, which is the French Bulldog, she cannot hold her poop through the night. So, nobody else in the house gonna get up with this damn dog in the middle of the night except for me, taking her to the bathroom, which is not all that bad because she goes as soon as we get outside, but it's just breaking up my sleep. And I be tired. I swear I didn't want to get out this bed this morning. I have the world's most comfortable bed. That bed is so fucking soft. Oh my God, the mattress. I don't know where my husband got the mattress from, but y'all, that shit feel like you sleeping on a goddamn cloud. You don't want to get up. So this morning, I just did not want to get up, but I had to go to work. So I got my ass up, but I had to go on and get me some coffee. So I had to get a large. Dunkin' Donuts, go Dunkin'. And then as soon as I got outside, with the pollen, the shit was gone. I couldn't even breathe. So I had to, I've been hitting that albuterol pump for real today. Okay, so I'm on albuterol and caffeine high, and I just feel real jittery and shaky. As a matter of fact, bitch feel like she gonna jump out her skin and jump out her body and come sit next to y'all and watch the fucking video. I'm gonna get it together though, because I got a lot of topics to talk about today. You guys were so kind to go onto Instagram. I'm sorry that I never remember to put it on my Facebook page. I asked on Instagram, some topics. And you guys were kind enough to give me quite a few of them. So we're not going to talk about all of them because some of them is just like, whatever. So, with that being said, let's get to it. Alright, you guys, so you know how we roll here. Serious stories first. Got to talk about the stabbing at the high school yesterday. Let's see. The name of the high school is Franklin Regional High School. There was a kid, 16-year-old kid by the name of Alex Ribal. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's H-R-I-B-A-L. Alex was kind of a loner at the school. They didn't even really describe him as a loner. They just said that he was kind of a shy, quiet kid. He just, for whatever reason, he went to his kitchen and got out two 8-inch long steak knives, took them to school, and commenced to stabbing everybody in the hallway, whoever he came in contact with. Didn't seem like he had any certain type of pattern or he was looking for any one particular person. They said he just was stabbing, and they said that the hallway was so crowded that the students didn't even realize that they were getting stabbed. They said just all of a sudden they would feel pain and then they would be bleeding. Then I guess once, a couple of students got to falling out from, getting stabbed, then people realized what was going on. And then of course it was chaos and, a whole bunch of running and screaming and panic and all of that. So just a sad, crazy story. I just don't know what's going on with the kids today. It's almost to the point where you don't know what to tell your children. At one point you knew to just tell your children to stay away from the obviously shady kids, okay? The ones that either was always in trouble or the ones that just seemed like something was wrong with them, okay? But now it's to the point where, it ain't no rhyme or reason to these things anymore, okay? They were trying to say that this kid was being bullied, that it was a possible bullying situation here, but it's starting to look like, no, that's not what it is. And it might just be a clear case of a mentally unstable child who had made it that far without, without any type of diagnosis, but felt compelled to stab folks up at his school. So they said that he stabbed 20 children plus a security officer. The assistant principal by the name of Sam King, he finally was able to wrestle the kid down. They said that the whole melee didn't take more than 5, 6, 7 minutes. So when the assistant principal was able to wrestle him down, and a couple of people was, they was trying to get the knives out of his hands. So he's been, he's been apprehended, and they're going to charge him as an adult. They're going to charge him with 4 counts of attempted homicide, 20 counts of assault, and 1 count of possession of a weapon on school property. School grounds or whatever. Yeah, he's got a lot of shit that's going, and he's going to jail definitely for some time, but it'll be interesting what they come up with, the whys of what happened here. There's definitely some mental, you know, it's just a lot of kids that are mentally unstable right now. And, you know, just the pressures of society today is a lot different than what we had back when I was in high school. I mean, these type of things were unheard of. You know, we done went from guns to now we stabbing. Like, you know, do you know how personal and up close you got to be to stab somebody? Yeah, that right there truly should be some sort of signal that there's definitely something wrong. Because if you're able to actually walk up on somebody and stab them for no apparent reason, then I think that maybe is something wrong with the boy. So the boy's family is, you know, they're very apologetic and saying that they don't know what this is about. He's never been this way. And so, like I said, it looks like it may be an undiagnosed something, or it could be more. I have a feeling that the media is going to stay on this until they come up with some story, whether it's true or not, about why this boy did what he did. But yeah, very unfortunate accident. I don't even know what the state was. Was it? She was in Michigan? Where was it, y'all? I don't remember what it was, but yeah, our prayers go out to the families of the victims. Just the school in general. The community is not that big. I think they said it's 20,000 in that community. You know, this is the kind of shit that just kind of fucks everybody up and, you know, scares everybody, and nobody really knows what to expect in the schools anymore. It just kind of sets everybody back. So definitely prayers for everybody. Everybody is expected to survive. They said, I think they said there was one that was very critical, and that one is a slight question of whether they'll survive. But I think they believe that everybody is going to survive from all this. So yeah, you guys, I'm going to tell you what. You sure better pray over your children before you send them off to school. Okay? Because, you know, in them 8 hours that they're there, or however long, ain't no telling what can happen. Alright, you guys, next story I got here is about Reverend Al Sharpton. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but there is a very large and extensive expose on the smokeandgun.com about Reverend Al Sharpton and his involvement being an informant for the FBI against mafia crime families, as well as shady record executives and you know, people involved in the boxing industry, namely Don King. You guys, I'm gonna tell you, when I say it's extensive, I'm gonna tell you that if you were to print the thing out, it probably would be about 20 pages long. Okay, and after you start reading it, it just becomes a sea of Italian names and, you know, a bunch of, you know, police officer names, and it just finally gets to where you just like, okay, I get the point. Okay, back in the 80s, they're saying that Al Sharpton was kind of forced into becoming an informant for the FBI because supposedly he got caught being like the middleman for a drug deal. Supposedly, drop the phone. Supposedly he was kind of brokering this deal between a mafia crime family member. Let me see, what was it? Y'all, I'm telling you, it'd be the Gambinos and the Genoveses and the, I mean, it'd just be a Carmines and all them Italian names. You'd be like, Lord. It says here that, I didn't write down the name. They're saying that the crime family captain, Al Sharpton, knew this person. And he was able to connect this crime family captain up with this undercover officer who was posing as this big time drug dealer. And, you know, the drug dealer was telling them that, you know, that he can get them, you know, like pure cocaine. I think they said it was worth like $35,000 a kilo. And because Al Sharpton put the mafia guy in contact with this undercover officer, and they also said that they gave Al Sharpton a 10% cut because he was kind of, like I said, he was brokering a deal. Okay, so that's how his involvement got in it, you know. And we know that Al Sharpton was known back in the 80s for, you know, really trying to be fighting against drug dealers in the community out there in New York and this, that, and the other. The way they set the story up to say, you know, it wasn't going to look good if he was brokering big time drug deals when he's, you know, in public acting like he's fighting the, you know, the drug dealers in the community and all of that. So I'm just gonna tell you what, you know, we remember the old Al Sharpton. You know, he has had a very dramatic change. He's nothing like how he used to be. Even in appearance, he's lost a lot of weight. He doesn't have the wild ass hair. He is nowhere as radical as he used to be. He has really got himself tied in with a lot of political people. As a matter of fact, when you read the article, you see that they're trying to really connect him with the Obamas, and you know, even though Barack Obama and the Obama administration really has nothing to do with any of this, I mean, they just keep on tying it to him, you know, that he was at the Obamas for the Super Bowl party, and he was with the Obamas the other night for a dinner, and you know, so that part is like, you can definitely see the slant in the story. But we cannot forget the old Al Sharpton. And the old Al Sharpton, I will just say that if this story would have came out in the 80s or the 90s, I don't know if we would all be all that shocked. The story is very convincing. And not to say that I believe it. I don't really know how I feel about it. But I can say that I'm leaning towards a lot of it making a lot of sense. And I really do believe that Al Sharpton really definitely had these ties. They called him CI7. That was his FBI undercover name, and that stood for what did that stand for? That standard y'all. I don't even know what it stands for. I think they said community informant. I don't remember what it stood for, but I want you guys to go read it. I'm gonna tell you what, it's gonna take a long time. I kept dozing off and shit. I was just like, oh my God, who are all these people? They really did take the time to really go out of their way. So, you know, Al Sharpton, of course, now is putting out fires because, understandably so, he is concerned for his life, and he should be. He's saying that this is all just you know, just the dark forces is what he said. The dark forces are trying to, you know, stunt his whole his involvement in the community and trying to, you know, be y'all, what the fuck is the word? They're trying to stunt his aggressive brand of civil rights advocacy. Okay, I was never gonna come up with that today, not on this high that I'm on. So, you know, it could be a little bit of all of that. The government can fuck with you if they want to. Okay, once they're finished using you, then, you know, a lot of times shit like this happens, then all of it comes out. But, you know, I'm sure he's more concerned about the mafia now. That we don't hear about the mafia like we used to. I mean, and I don't even say we, because it's not even in my time, but back, yeah, I guess in the 70s and 80s, the mafia was more known. But, you know, you gotta believe that the mafia definitely does still exist, okay? And you know how the mafia feels, and shit runs deep. Okay, if they got to wait 30 years to get your ass, if they got to off you, then they will. And I just know that from watching The Sopranos. Oh, rest in peace, Tony Soprano. I'm so sad that he's not alive no more. I really wanted a reunion movie, didn't you? Anyway, y'all getting off subject. So, yeah. Like I said, Al Sharpton is putting out fire, saying that he was never a rat. You know, that he's only tried to, you know, clear up the community of drug dealers, and he's only told people to do what's right, and, you know, this, that, and the other. When they specifically asked him, was he an informant for something about the Gambino family, he said that he was going to decline to comment. He will not say yes or no to that. So, I'm just going to say that Al Sharpton has some involvement somewhere. But, yeah, y'all read the story. It is a whole lot. And it is a pretty convincing story. Y'all tell me what you think, for those of you guys who've already read it. Alright, just going down the list of foolishness, y'all. First of all, somebody said talk about Big Sean and Naya Rivera's engagement breaking up. I never even really said too much about them. I think I mentioned when they first got together on Twitter, and it seemed like as soon as they got together, then they was engaged, and you know, then she was going through this transformation. She got her boobs done, and she lightened her hair, and you know, she was kind of changing up real quickly. And then they was engaged. I mean, did I already say they was engaged? That mind is going way faster than the mouth. Yeah, well, anyway, they was engaged, and I just thought the whole story was strange. It was just like, within 6 months, you guys are engaged. You met on Twitter. It's like, you know, it already seemed like it was a Hollywood disaster waiting to happen, and now it is. Big Sean, he had his people come out and say, yes, they have broken off the engagement, and that Big Sean was the one who called it off, not Naya Rivera. The reason being is that they're saying that Big Sean was caught cheating a number of times. So I don't know if he just finally realized that, you know, fuck, nigga ain't ready to, you know, settle down, even though I got this beautiful girl and everything. It's just like, you know, you can't make no man be ready. Okay, if they got a dick that's wandering, then honey, ain't nothing you can do about it, but just let them go, let it wander. Hope it don't land in some shit that give them, you know, give them the package. But I didn't think that was gonna work anyway. Okay, now Naya Rivera was on her Twitter yesterday. Evidently, Big Sean had gave her a very expensive Rolex. And his ass went over to the house and took that shit while she wasn't there, I guess. And, you know, she's just mad about it. And he said, no, that was his damn watch. He just let her borrow it, you know, and he wanted his shit back. I mean, hey, can't blame the bruh man want his Rolex back, right? Shit, I loves me a nice piece. I wish I could afford a damn Rolex. That is definitely on the vision board. I'm going to, y'all know I love watches, if you even know that. They ain't got nothing to do with the story, right? So, we already know Big Sean ain't hurt for money. Neither is Naya Rivera, even though she is not on Glee any longer. But, you know, she is still a wanted girl for whatever reason. She's cute. And sometimes that just kind of helps you out. So, I don't know, y'all. But y'all wanted me to talk about it. Big Sean and Naya Rivera, their engagement is off. And, ladies out there, gold diggers and such, he is open and ready for y'all to come after him again. We got here declines to the Kimye wedding. Are we surprised about this? The list of people that have declined thus far to Kimye's wedding has come out. Now, I don't even know where they got this list from. So, you know, this is just hearsay. But they're saying that Anna Wintour declined, Robin Thicke declined, the Smiths, you know, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, they declined. The Obamas declined. The Oprah, she declined. And that's not really all that surprising to me. I don't even know if that's a slight on Kim and Kanye, but you already know that that shit is going to be a media circus. They're going to have cameras there from the TV show. And, you know, all these people are definitely people that are trying to stay away from any type of negative spotlight. Definitely the Obamas, like, what the fuck was they thinking? I mean, he done talked about the Obamas so bad. Did he really think that Michelle and Barack was coming to that shit? I bet you they saw that fucking invitation, was like, oh, this nigga want us to come to his shit. Okay, talking about Kim is more fashionable than Oprah. Kim is more fashionable than Michelle. I can't get the fucking joke out. And as far as Anna Wintour declining, okay, you know, some people can say that Anna used them for her Vogue thing, and now that she's got what she want out of them, she's done with them. I don't know. Again, Anna Wintour is a pretty private person. You don't see her too much if it's not having anything to do with the fashion scene. She's not one that you just see all the time, so why start now? That could be one or the other. But y'all, yeah, all the declines, I'm not really surprised about it. Are you? Eva Marcille, I think I'm saying her name right. Eva Pigford, you guys know from America's Next Top Model. And Kevin McCall, domestic violence. Okay, so you guys already know the story. I thought Kevin McCall was a football or some sort of sports player, but I guess he's actually a music exec, a producer or something. Has to do something with some music or some shit, y'all. y'all listen, they ain't got nothing to do with the story. Anyway, you know, they just had a beautiful baby girl, and I'm telling you guys, it was a fairy tale. It was a match made in heaven. You know, every time you saw she was pregnant, and, you know, they were happy. And, you know, he said that, you know, this was the most beautiful thing that happened when she had the baby. They was all on Twitter and Instagram. And, you know, he was taking pictures with the baby. And everybody was happy. And everybody said they was the cutest couple. And they had this baby and all this, that, and the other. Okay. Fast forward to March 28th. Some shit had then went down in the Pigford McCall household, and they got into an argument. I guess she must have locked his ass out the damn house. Okay, this motherfucker pulled a O.J. Simpson and went and kicked all the goddamn doors down trying to get back in there. There was this confrontation. He's trying to snatch the baby out of her hands, and yeah, y'all nigga shit, just drama. And I know somebody gonna be like, niggas ain't the only one, white people, y'all know what I mean. Fuck, quit taking shit so literal. God damn. So Eva okay, was very upset about this, called the police, got a restraining order. He's ordered not to come within 100 feet of her and everything. Now, that was on March 28th. Well, how about on April 4th? All was well in the Pigford McCall residences again. So, yeah, they back on Instagram taking pictures together. You know, all three of them smiling. Family first was the hashtag, and you know, I guess they have worked it out. Y'all, I mean, just dramatics, relationship issues that happens. You know, you're a celebrity and all your shit comes out, but you know, maybe you don't want to be posting pictures of Instagram, because in a couple of more weeks, if the nigga call and beat her ass or something, or be kicking down more doors and all, you know, steal the baby and be running down the street somewhere, then yeah, I'm not going to be able to have much sympathy for Eva, okay? Because, you know, when shit gets to this point where it's all this domestic violence and, you know, people are out of control like that, that is definitely a sign. You don't want to be with somebody who cannot control their temper. And it could be an isolated event, but it may not be. So that's all I'm trying to tell y'all. Okay, they right now seem like they okay, but we going to keep an eye on the Pigford McCalls. Black kid accepted at the Ivy League schools. Okay, there's a kid by the name of Kwasi Enan. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Africans, if I'm not, y'all please forgive me. He is Ghanaian. He's from Ghana. And he was accepted to all the Ivy League schools. Okay, so your Princetons and your Yales and your Harvards and your, I think, was it Penn States and your Dartmouths, and it's a couple of other ones I can't remember right off the top of my head. Cornell, I think, Cornell University. Anyway, yeah, he was accepted to all. I'm telling y'all, my mind and my mouth, that shit is going like. He was accepted to all of the schools, and good for him. Okay, they said that his parents are immigrants. And, you know, that they tried to make sure that they created a well-rounded kid. He's into music. He's into athletics. He's into a little bit of everything. He graduated at the top, I think they said 2% of his class. Then he took the SAT and he got 2250 on the SAT, which is in the 99th percentile. I think was the SAT you can get 2400 or something like that, 2500, whatever it is. He did very, very well. He's always been a straight A student, and yeah, this is it. Okay, he's been accepted to all of them. He said he's waiting to see who's going to give him the best financial packet, meaning that he ain't got to pay for shit and maybe get a little extra bonuses on it. So far, Princeton has given him the best package, but he's still waiting on a couple of other universities or colleges. What are they? Princeton, yeah, universities to you know, come a little bit more correct. So yeah, very proud of him. You know, these things are a double-edged sword, because now people are going to say, you know, he got this far in life because he's, you know, got affirmative action on his side. He's black. You know, people are taking exception to him because, you know, this, that, and the other. But, you know, no, that really is not that's really not it this time. Okay, because to get into all of those schools, yeah, I mean, white kids don't even do that. So, you know, we just gonna give the credit where the credit is due. The boy is smart, did all the right things in school, wasn't necessarily raised to, you know, because there's some kids that are raised to already expect to get into these schools. He was not, definitely not one of those, coming from a Ghana, how y'all say it, y'all? Ghanaian, his parents from Ghana, coming from them. So yeah, congratulations to Kwasi. He's gonna decide by May 1st. He's looking to pursue a degree in music and medicine. Congratulations to you, Kwasi.